Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to be getting into the fragrance house of Gucci Flora. This fragrance house now has 5 different fragrances in it, so we're gonna go over those and we're gonna talk about some of my favorites and give you some little fun facts as well about Gucci Flora. I'm gonna start off with just kind of showing you guys the packaging here. This packaging is absolutely stunning. As you see, it has this beautiful kind of like floral detailed pattern on the actual bottle and the box. The fun fact about that little beautiful pattern is that it was actually originally on a scarf that was a gift for Grace Kelly, or Princess of Monaco, right? So it actually became very famous and is still famous to this day, this particular scarf that they specially made for her. So I love that they are incorporating their fashion with their fragrance house and continuing to keep up with traditions. Plus, it's just a really beautiful pattern that is recognized all around the world. But that is kind of a fun fact about the actual packaging. We are gonna actually start with this little beaut here, which is the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. Yes, this is the one that started it all. Beautiful pink packaging, has again that beautiful floral detail, just like the scarf. Has this nice gold cap. Gucci bottles are always really stunning and beautiful, so just keep that in mind. I love this fragrance so much. It's a very easy wearing fragrance. I think it's really good for kind of every day, all year round. Just an easy wearing fragrance, and something that gets you compliments without being too loud. So let's get into the notes of this particular fragrance. It has pear blossom, red berries, mandarin, gardenia, of course, jasmine, figapani, brown sugar, and patchouli. So this is a very well-rounded fragrance. It kind of hits everything you want there. It's got your fruity notes, it's got your floral, and it's got a little bit more of that depth with the brown sugar and patchouli. If you don't like patchouli, don't be scared, because I don't think this even remotely smells like patchouli. I think it just kind of rounds it out to help keep the longevity of the fragrance. I get a good 5 to 6 hour wear of this, so I think it's a really good product and longevity. Like I said before, I get compliments. This is a very complimented fragrance without being too loud. And I love that about this particular fragrance. My only hiccup about this fragrance and what I've been debating on is if I need it in my collection anymore. And the only reason being is everyone in my life, in my circle, is wearing this. It's one of those types of fragrances that just kind of catches everyone. It's super alluring and it's just easy to wear. So as of now, it's still in my collection and I am enjoying it, but it's something that I've been debating for a little bit of if I need to let it go, because too many people in my life are wearing it. Just because everyone in your life is wearing a fragrance, if you love it, continue to wear it. But for me, I tend to like to be a little bit more unique and having things that necessarily not everyone in my personal life is wearing. Yes, I realize fragrance is made for the masses, but that doesn't mean that you can't be unique or put a fresh spin on it. And if you love it, your confidence in wearing it alone makes it worth keeping in your collection. So I'm still loving and enjoying this. I'm not ready to give her up yet. I will finish this bottle and see how I feel. I have gone through a couple bottles now since it has released, and I do enjoy this quite a bit. Next, we're going to talk about a couple other fragrances that are in the collection that I don't have actually in my personal collection, but I am very familiar with. So next up will be the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Magnolia. This one comes in a beautiful purple bottle, almost like a lilac type of a color, which is absolutely stunning. This fragrance has dewberry, coconut, orange, magnolia, jasmine, ylang-ylang, musk, patchouli, and blonde woods. I didn't originally pick this fragrance up because there was a lot of different people in my life gravitating towards that and going for that particular fragrance. They added it to their collection, so I kind of held off and didn't add it. Looking back now, after I've been trying all of these new fragrance samples and trying to add newness to my collection, looking at this again, I think this is something I would like to pick up and add to my collection. As you guys know, for whatever reason, I love a fruity floral, I love a coconut, I love a berry fragrance, I love musk all of a sudden. I'm finding all my fragrances have musk in them. So I think I need to revisit this fragrance again, try wearing it out a few more times, and then I will probably add it to my collection because I think I would appreciate it more now than when it first launched. I definitely think this one gets slept on quite a bit. I don't think there's as many people interested in this one as they are in the original, but I kind of feel like this collection is once you like one, you end up kind of working your way around and hopping into all of them. They all have something different to offer, but I think everyone could appreciate all of them, and I do think they're all very universal. Going into the next fragrance that is not in my collection. This is Gucci Floral Gorgeous Jasmine. As you guys know, I love jasmine. It is something that tends to pop up a lot too in my fragrances that I love and enjoy. This particular one has orange, bergamot, black pepper, jasmine, magnolia, damask rose, sandalwood, benzoate, and patchouli. This fragrance is a beautiful white floral. It has a lot of sweetness and freshness to it. If you do not like white floral, you are not gonna like this at all. It does have a sweetness to it, obviously because of the jasmine and the other floral complexes. They added black pepper to kind of smooth it down. So when you wear it, the first initial blast is going to be a little bit strong on the floral and the sweetness, but it does settle down to be a really beautiful white floral. I like white floral, it's just not my favorite, so that's why I didn't pick it up. However, it comes in the most beautiful teal packaging, which I just absolutely love and I'm drawn to. I just don't wear a whole lot of floral fragrances. I need a little more fruit, and for this one, there's just not enough fruit in it for me to want to wear this particular fragrance. However, I've smelled it on other people and I do love it and can appreciate the scent. All right, one more that is not in my collection. So this is Gucci Floral Gorgeous Orchid. Comes in this most beautiful, like buttered yellow. I know buttered yellow is like super trending, right? But it's just beautiful yellow color packaging. And this is for that person who loves vanilla, but also for that person who maybe doesn't love vanilla, right? It has vanilla, orchid, ozonic notes. It's just got this really interesting, beautiful way of mixing things that don't really go together, but somehow go together, right? You've got really sweet vanilla gourmand, you've got orchid, you've got kind of this oceanic type of a scent, freshness, and somehow it just works. So I really appreciate Gucci's innovation on making something so unique and that stands out in and amongst the vanilla community. I think we're all personally a little sick of vanilla. I'm not gonna lie to any of you. I don't mind vanilla in a fragrance, but I am really getting quite tired of constantly launching and seeing vanilla fragrances. There's something about vanilla for me, like in my mind, it just reminds me of like juvenile and young. I hold on to like the memories of like candles and lotions and things like that. So to be a vanilla, you have to be something really special to be in my collection. This is one I go back and forth on where I really do like it and enjoy it. But for me, because again, everyone in my life loves this fragrance so much, I personally decided not to pick it up. I may change my feelings on that in the future, but as of right now, I'm kind of pulling back on all vanilla fragrances across the board because I just feel like there's too much focus on it, and I feel like people are starting to all kind of sort of smell the same. With that being said, I will say this is probably one of the most unique vanillas I've ever smelled, and I think even if you don't like vanilla, you will still probably enjoy this one, and you definitely should check it out. All right, last but not least is this brand new fragrance. This is Gucci Floral Gorgeous Gardenia Intense. Comes in the most beautiful red bottle. I recently just got mine. I'm using up my samples before I open my bottle, but I recently just got this, and this is stunning, you guys. These two are pretty much completely different in my opinion, okay? We're gonna go over the notes of the new one for you. So the Intense is going to have mandarin, gardenia, and sandalwood. So just a refresher, you guys, the original, the pink one here, has pear blossom, red berry, mandarin, gardenia, jasmine, figapane, brown sugar, patchouli. So the biggest difference in this one is it is going to have a sandalwood base and with that gardenia and mandarin, which really changes the fragrance. I feel like it really warms it up. Like this definitely could be worn all year round, but even in winter, I think this kind of fixes where the other fragrances weren't covering winter, this will cover winter. This one I had to have. I think it's just a little bit different and a little more unique in the collection. Plus it pairs super well with the original. Obviously, anytime you have an intense version, you're gonna get usually all the love of the notes of the original plus extra things in an intense. Also too, with intense, you always get a little bit more, I feel like, longevity. More fragrance oil usually is in an intense, so keep that in mind. I love the new one. I think it's great. Clearly I loved it enough to add to my collection. I had to have it. I'm gonna be enjoying that one probably closer to fall and winter, so make sure you go check out the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia Intense. I think you won't be disappointed. I think there's something for everyone in the Flora house as well from Gucci. So if you're someone who's looking for a new fragrance, I would highly recommend checking it out and adding one of them to your collection, because I do think one of them would fit into anyone's collection. Plus they're easy to wear. They all get compliments. The packaging is absolutely beautiful and stunning. It's like having a piece of vintage Gucci in your collection, right? You can't beat that. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I post a new video every Tuesday. In the description box will always be my Instagram for daily posts, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.